Welcome to the BHMA CPD tutorial on how to create an OEM submission. This video will take you through the process of using the BHMA certification portal to download the necessary OEM submission upload spreadsheet, entering and saving product data to the spreadsheet, and finally how to submit the spreadsheet of products for certification. Note that this video only addresses submissions made by the OEM, which is the originating equipment manufacturer. OEM means that your company is the company that manufactures the product. The process for private label submissions can be viewed on a separate video recording. Now, before we start, I want to point out that on the home page in the certification portal, the instructions manual can be downloaded by clicking on the link in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. To get started with our submissions, we would go to the left side of the screen in the left navigation pane and click on Submissions. On the next page, we will go to the right side of the screen and click the New button. Once you click that, you will see that there is a pop-up screen that requests that we select the submission type. Today we're doing a new certification, so from the drop-down menu we choose New Certification and click Next. We then need to select the manufacturer type. Today again we're doing an OEM submission, so we click OEM from the drop-down menu and click Next. And then we need to select the ANSI BHMA standard. Today we're going to be uploading products that are to be certified to A156.2, so we would click on A156.2 from the drop-down menu and click Next. The next pop-up screen shows us that we are making an A156.2 submission. It also shows us our authorized brands, and these brands are the only brands to which we can upload products to. And then in the upper right-hand corner of that pop-up screen, we see a link to download our submission form. And we're going to need to download that submission form in order to upload our products. So we click on the link. And it's a best practice to make sure that you download a new spreadsheet just so that you can make sure that you have the most recent version of that spreadsheet. So after it's downloaded, you want to open that up and you want to enable its editing. So let's see here. I'm going to enable the editing. So what we have here is a blank spreadsheet to which we need to add our information about our products and its testing. So you see there's some fields that need to be entered. And the submission information fields, they don't change no matter what standard you are using. So again, we selected the standard already. We would select the standard year from the drop-down, the test lab from the drop-down. We can type in the performance test report number and type in the test report issue date, as well as in this last comment, in this last field, we have a space for manufacturer comments. And this space should be used if a manufacturer wishes to communicate something to the lab. This information does not show up in the search interface. Again, it's only used to communicate to the lab from the manufacturer. On the second half of the spreadsheet, we'll see an area for us to add product information. And here's where we will enter our products. Each product should receive its own row. And so there are some fields that will be the same on no matter which spreadsheet you're using. So brand, brand series, brand model, brand function number, and product marketing description are used on all spreadsheets. Some of those fields are required and some of them are optional. Please refer to the instructions manual to see which fields are required and which fields are not. And then we also have a couple of fields that are unique to the standard. So for example, we have product function for A156.2, and it has a drop-down menu and you can select. It also has a grade field. Again, drop-down menu to select, as does the last field, meets 156.41. You have a drop-down menu to select. So we need to fill this out with our product information. I have a sheet that has already been filled out, so I'm going to go ahead and open that up so that we can see what that looks like. Okay, so as you can see, here we have, I've selected the standard year, I've entered all of the testing information, and then on the bottom half of the screen, again, I've entered for my brand, the series number, the model, function, product marketing description. Again, I selected from the drop-down menus, the functions, the grade, and as well as whether it meets A156.41. After I've filled out all of the information for my upload, I would go ahead and save my spreadsheet. And then I'm going to go back to the certification portal. The pop-up screen requests that we choose the file. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the file. Okay, and so once the file appears, I'm going to click on the upload button. And then you should see in your upper right corner of the next page, it says success. Your submission has been successfully uploaded. All right, that means that everything that you filled in on the spreadsheet, the system accepted, there were no errors, and so the upload was successful. And it brings us to this next page. On this next page, you'll see on the upper part of the screen, you'll see there's information that you entered in, the test labs, test report number, and the issue date. Again, a space for manufacturer's notes. If you had to make any changes to this, you can always make the changes. Again, just by clicking on the fields and making whatever changes are necessary. On the bottom half of the screen, you'll see the products that you entered through the upload spreadsheet, and each product has its own row. You'll see the status of the product is currently in draft because we haven't submitted it yet. This is an opportunity for us to double check our work to make sure that what we entered on the spreadsheet is indeed what we want uploaded. If there's a product that you want to remove, you can always click on the trash can in order to delete a product. And if you want to make any changes to the product, for example, let's say these really were supposed to be grade 1, then I can go ahead and click on the product, and then I can go to the area in which I need to change. In this case, I will go to grade, and switch it to grade 1. And then I want to choose save. You'll see success, your product has been successfully saved. And you click close. And you'll note that the product has been changed as I wanted it to, from grade 2 to grade 1. Again, if I wanted to do the same thing, again, grade 1, save, and close, both of grade 1. Okay, so after you've reviewed all of your information, once it's right, then we're ready for submission. But you do have the option to add a new product. If there's another product that you want to enter, you can always click on Add New Product. And once again, you can just go and enter the information by clicking on the field and entering the information. Again, you click Save, and Close. Once all of your product information and all the information on your submission is correct and you want to submit it, you're going to go to the upper right hand and click on the Submit button. You'll see a pop-up screen appear, and they'll ask you, are you sure you want to submit the 2 models for review? You click yes. And in the upper right-hand corner of our screen, we see success. Our submission has been successfully submitted. If you go down to where your products are, you'll see that the status has changed. It's no longer in draft. It's now awaiting test lab review. And you'll see that the trash can is disappeared because there's no more changes that can be made to this submission. So right now, what has happened is that your products have been submitted to the lab, and the lab will review the products and will reject or approve the product. And then once approved, they'll send it to BHMA for approval. And once approved by both the labs and BHMA, the products will be updated in the CPD. So if at any point during the process you receive an error message, you encounter difficulty updating products, or you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. When you are communicating an issue, please note that it's most helpful to provide a clear, detailed account of the issue, including screenshots and narrative information. All right, and this is information on how to create an OEM submission. Again, if you need any help, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.